You know, when I was playing with this this whole camera thing without like recording it, it struck me that so often women don't. Well, okay, dude. Okay, as soon as I say anything like, you know, a statement of fact, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people that disprove me, and that's great. But in my own experience, I feel as though guys are much more open to like being really like weird and talking like out of their nose. Like if they were to like put a pea in their nostril and like blow it out, that it would be totally fine. Whereas like women, gosh, we are, yes, you know what, actually, I saw Rachel Simmons at Jen Austen's Girls Empowerment Conference just this last weekend, and in Austin, Texas, and Rachel Simmons was absolutely fabulous. Oh, and also, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm doing all of this stuff with like this huge, ridiculous light behind me and like you can hardly see me and sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, is because this entire series is about overexposure and looking at whether or not you should expose yourself through writing and through expression, or if you should live in a more like perhaps safer space of not doing so. I am an advocate for exposing yourself, even if it's just to yourself. So often we deny things because we don't think the society will not think it's good if you are, X, Y, or Z. But you know what? That journal of yours, that journal that you go to every single night or maybe just once a week or whatever the interval, that is your golden moment. That's your space. That's your safe space. And if you have like a nosy, I don't know, I didn't have one of these, but if a nosy brother or something like that just will not like respect your boundaries, please God, just put it in a place that it is locked, either in your locker at school. If they still, I haven't been to school for a while, so, but just, anyway, protect it with your life. And also, if you can do something online where you can access an online journal and then be able to save everything online, with a blog and a live journal and things like that, then that is great too. Anyway, all of this to say, this series is about overexposure. I am now randomly talking about Rachel Simmons, who is fabulous. I had an absolutely wonderful experience of like listening to her at Jen Austen this last weekend, because she said several things that I resonated with, and I'm sure a lot of the girls in the audience did as well. And one of the things was about how we as women are really supposed to be prim and proper and all kinds of things. And she had us do this incredible exercise. It was so good, so simple, and therefore so powerful. She said, okay, all of you young ladies out there, young ladies, she said girls, but sit in your chair as though you're a guy that's relaxing. And don't you know that the entire room just like melted. Oh yes, we were just like, whatever, we're totally chilled out. Like, the entire room melted into the ground. Okay, and then she's like, now sit like a young lady. And sorry about the light. Everybody was like, oh, yes, sat up. Very prim and properly. And that is irritating to me. That is so true. This society is telling all of us girls to be fucking perfect. It's ridiculous. We have to expose how real we really are. Oh, okay, that sounds really funny. We have to expose the more real parts of us. We cannot be princesses all the time. Although, of course, it's fun to occasionally be a princess. I personally love The Little Mermaid. Will always love Little Mermaid. I am a mermaid, etc. Okay? I loved going to a sing-along of The Little Mermaid. It was fabulous. So anyway, all that to say, we are so multifaceted. We have so many things about us, and this entire series is talking about like writing and whether or not you should write to expose yourself, or if you should just live in a hole and like not express yourself because it's safer there. That was obviously a really leading question. I'm very biased. You've got to express yourself, but also at the same time of me saying that, I really appreciate that it can take a long time to feel safe enough to do this. And so absolutely no, like I don't want any of my videos to seem like I'm trying to pressure anybody into doing something that they don't feel safe with doing. Please, God, just respect yourself. That's huge, huge, huge. But anyway, okay. I dig on you. I love you. You're great where you are in your particular place in life. And there's much healing to have that you could have if you wanted to be interested in doing writing. But you know what? It's all you. You get to make the choices. Okay, thank you. Rambling. Do not have to be perfect. And this particular video started out with me doing something really weird and strange because so often I'm only seeing men do that. And I think it's really silly and dorky to be dorky. What am I saying? Ah! Yeah!